Que pasa familia de dinero? I'm your host Hatcher, back in the cut, and we about to turn the degrees up. Let's get cooking. And you're probably like, wait, wait, I could have swore I subscribe to a transportation trucking channel. What is this? I thought you were gone, now you're back. What's going on? Wait, you can't just hit me with all this at once. Now I understand I'm being a little sus, but I never left YouTube, okay? My main channel, Tim Hatcher, you can check that out, is more so on the penny stock side. If you subscribe to this because I told you over there, welcome to this channel. Thank you for having me. Now, if you're somebody that's already subscribed and you decide, nah, I don't want to make money, then that's fine. You can unsubscribe. I'll cry at night. I will cry. It'll be fine. I'll remember each and every one of you that decide to unsubscribe. But with that being said, we're talking about IONQ, how I made over actually right on the dot, 60% return on my money because I believed in the future of quantum computing. Now we're gonna break down, what is it? What is quantum computing? Why does that matter? Why would I want to invest into that? Okay, number two, we're going to be breaking down what is IONQ and the price going forward. All that and more packaged into a blue chip video here. I highly say if you are already a subscriber, you're going to be locked in. I want to say thank you. Huge thank you to you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to say, if you're a new viewer, you just clicked on this video, you said, hey, I've been hearing about this stock, I'm looking for more details. My daughter has something for you.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe our video and like. Now
comment down below. I will be reading comments that we get on these videos, but I do want to say follow me on X and Instagram at Tim Hatcher. TikTok has to be updated, but make sure to follow me over there. Join the Discord for my entries and exits when it comes down to stocks. It's completely free, nothing to be paid up until January 1st. That's when I will put a paywall. The overall Discord will be free, but certain features will be only accessed by those that subscribe at a small fee. Now, with that being said, thank you guys so much for locking in with me on this. I can't believe that I bought this back in I think August 14th at $7, and then it ran all the way up to concurrently $17.77. So a 60% return on my money. Whew. Listen, it's a lot, but what we're going to break down is exactly what the heck is quantum computing. I know you're probably like, what in the world? So I've been reading over this document, but we're going to IBM, one of the largest conglomerates of computing in itself. They don't just delve into quantum computing, and actually this article was updated or published on August 5th 2024, one of the bad crashes, so they decided to drop this. So what is quantum computing? Quantum computing is an emergent field of cutting-edge computer science, harnessing the unique qualities of quantum mechanics to solve problems beyond the ability of even the most powerful classic computers. So pretty much I'm going to skip all this, and this is the main thing that kind of like a lot of more non-technical people that don't deal with computers can understand. Pretty much a primary difference between classic and quantum computers is that the quantum computer uses qubits instead of bits. So, you know, that you have 16 bits, 64 bits, there's a bunch of bits, so to store exponential more information. While quantum computing does use binary code, qubits process information differently from classical computers. But what are qubits and where do they come from? Now, generally qubits are created by manipulating the measurements of quantum particles. So pretty much it's just, overall, to make it easy and short and simple, it moves data a lot faster. It's able to do a lot. I'm talking about absolutely a lot. So when it came down to stocks that I choose, this is not just my only blue chip stock, we got many more, but of course we're going to make IONQ one of the staple weekly check-in for the stock market. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to purchase a stock. I'm just telling you how it's been doing and why it's doing. But let's go ahead and head on over to IONQ. What is IONQ? What's their mission statement? So to build the world's best quantum computers to solve the world's most complex problems. So quantum computers are revolutionizing technology. They have the potential to transform business, society, and the planet for the better. And IONQ is at the forefront of this revolution. After over 25 years of academic research, IONQ was founded in 2015 by Chris Monroe and Jung Sang Kim, with $2 million in seed funding from the New Enterprise Association, so NEA, a license to core technology from the University of Maryland and Duke University. Duke University in Maryland, of course, but Duke University is a key thing right there. And the goal of taking trapping ion quantum computing out of the lab into the market. In the following 3 years, we raised an additional $20 million from GV Amazon Web Services. This is a big one right there. And of course, the first investor, NEA, and built 2 of the world's most accurate quantum computers. This is all very important. I highly suggest get to know these faces, because if you're investing, you got to know who you're investing into. So IONQ, this is where it finished up. This is Seeking Alpha, but this is where it finished up at 1781. Around this mark right here is when I bought it, and ever since then it's been reaching new highs. So this is at the 1 year time frame. If we look at the max, it's gotten all the way up to $28. So hopefully we surpass that. Now, this is why I see this as a more long-term play. I see it even going past $28, because quantum computing is something that is not being looked upon just yet. And this is why I say that, man, this is a golden blue chip stock. Now, let's go ahead and read a article. This is a little bit of an ad. I don't know why they got all these ads, but the title is "Check Out What Whales Are Doing with IONQ." Whales with a lot of money to spend have taken a noticeably bearish stance on IONQ. We got to know what's going on right now. Looking at options history for IONQ up, we detected 23 trades. If we consider the specifics of each trade, it is accurate to state that 39% of the investors opened trades with bullish expectations and 43 with bearish. Now, of course, this is old type of news, so this stance could have changed. From the overall spotted trades, 2 are puts for the total amount of $57,000 and 21 are calls for the total amount of $1 million. I say that $1 million is a lot. That calls for $1 million. That's very bullish, but of course the percentage does show in favor of the bearish. But what's the target price? Based on the trading activity, it appears that the significant investors are aiming for the price territory stretching from 10 to 20. I say, again, it's at 17 by the end of this month, by the end of November. Determining on how the economic data goes this week, we can look at a rally afterwards leading up into next year to hit that $20 mark, actually. If we get bad economic data and greed is no longer a factor, we can see it fall back down to anywhere from the $13 to the $14 region, more than probably by the end of the year, even probably retracing to the $7 area. And then at that point, I would just pick it up, because again, I'm about this company, and the company has been moving in the proper way. Now, what is, again, the catalyst? I'll talk about it here in just a moment. So we'll talk about the shorts. Look at all the shorts. So this is IONQ. This is going to be Fintel. They do not have accurate short summary, but they kind of give you an idea that, you know, when it came down to short value, it was all over the place. It's all over the place. Concurrently, September 30th was the last time that they updated this, and the short value was 4 million. I can imagine that short value has went down, but this was when it was $9.71. So that's something to take in consideration. Now, the reason why I got into IONQ was I was looking at quantum computers. What were the top companies when it came down to it? I looked up at IBM. I said, okay, the price at the time was a little bit out of my range per share. So I got into IONQ believing the mission statement. I looked at the website. So I wasn't just aiming at nothing and hoping that I hit right there on the bullseye. I do find it that the growth over this time was substantially large, and honestly, I could withdraw, but to me, this is a company that I truly believe in, not something that I want to sell within I would even say a 1 year time frame. I want to see this 2-3 years down the road and see it grow. I can take profits, but again, anytime it dips, I feel like as I get up there and I make proper calls and options, then I build up my portfolio with this stock being one of the main drivers, not the biggest stock that I have, but one of the stocks that I've seen substantial amount of growth in. Then I'll be taking profits. But to me, I would like to see where we go from 2 to 3 years. Now, if you're unfamiliar, NVIDIA is a huge company that has always been within the graphics cards. They were known for their cards, not just graphics cards, but I use a 4070 or 4080 in my thing. I think it's a 4080 graphics card, but I always believed in computing. Ever since I was a kid, my dad built his own computer and we used to play on it. I love computers. So I'm always looking at the more, the next big thing when it comes down to technology. And so I looked at IONQ being quantum computing. Right now we have the AI revolutionary era, and a lot of individuals that got into it a lot earlier are now sitting fantastic. It doesn't matter if it drops down to like $98 right now, from 140 to 98. Well, they're already up from investing at $7. So that's how I look at this company. And this to me is a company where IBM, of course, is always been big, but we can see movement in IONQ being a huge company if they do the proper practices, and we're going to be following. Should we keep buying it? Should I keep selling? That's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor, but again, I'm looking at the future, and if you are looking at the present, you will be behind, because there's other things in the future that you just have to believe and see. And to me, it's already been proven. I can walk away with 60% of my money, but what happens if that 60% turns into 6,000%? I'm not saying that will happen. 600%, but it is a strong possibility. With everything going towards an AI has moved room to grow, and so does the quantum computer, because quantum computing, due to the fact that of course we're on a bit rate system, or bits like they mentioned. This is why it's important to know exactly what you're getting yourself involved into. But switching from that to a more faster responsive system, I can see IONQ working with a lot of companies. Now, some things I want to look at is patents. What kind of patents does this company actually hold, and will it be sellable or maybe used by other companies? This is again something very important. Now, we'll also break down fundamentals when it looks like the chart, the moving average for the 20-day, the 50, and everything like that. So it's very important that, of course, I presented it to you, but the more and more we delve into this, the more and more we need to keep up with the news, because the sentiment needs to be there in a bullish stance. We are looking to be at a soft landing when it comes down to the inflation and the cuts and whatnot, due to a 50-point rate cut that happened, I believe, a month or two ago. But things are still rocky due to the fact that there's an election. We don't know where the market will be if a certain individual gets in there. It doesn't really matter. You could be, I'm for this, I'm for that. You know, when it comes down to money, I want the person that's going to make me make money. You know, of course, I'm interested in the policies of an individual, but we're here to make money, not talk about politics. That gets a little but when it comes to IONQ, I'm glad that I got in on this. I wish that I presented this to my audience, but I know Trucking Champion Trucker is gone, right? I no longer will be doing trucking content anymore. I'm moving on from that, using the money that I still am trucking with. I'm still in the truck and doing everything like that, but I'm using that money to funnel and take a detour towards wealth. And that's something that I started with my old channel, excuse me, my main channel, Tim Hotcher. I was talking about I'm a truck driver on a detour towards wealth. Well, we're changing it up, and we're gonna go back to the OG Hotcher. That even if you look at my main channel, Hotcher, I know 3 channels. Oh my God, how many channels do you got? Hey, we're going crazy. But join the Discord in order to get the conversation going about multiple different blue chip stocks. I hope this helps you out, and I'll catch all of you, familia de dinero, in the next one. Adios.